And Oneida, and I have a co-speaker here.
Hello, good morning. Hello, my name is Eve Saint. I'm a Wet'suwet'en land defender, a divestment campaigner for Gidimt'en Checkpoint, and I was raised here in Tkoronto, and yeah, I'm just based here, and yeah, happy to be here. Good morning. Thank you everyone for coming out on such short notice, and yeah, let's get started.
So thank you again so much for spending your time here. It is amazing to see the kind of solidarity that will come out for Aamjiwnaang on a 9 a.m. morning kind of rally. So thank you so much for coming out to this. Today, Aamjiwnaang First Nation is at Queen's Park to share a new path forward with the Ontario government to address the toxic pollution and environmental racism that we have been facing for generations that has impacted our community for decades. Representatives from the nation are holding a press conference in tandem with the rally attended here. So we are going to have community members come and speak on our experience. And we also have a list of demands from the government to start to follow and understand our community's needs, because we have not been listened to for a very long time. We hold 40% of Canada's petrochemical industry, so that's oil and the byproducts of oil that surround our very small community. The reason why we really point to it as environmental racism is not just because it's 40% of all Canada's petrochemical industry, it's because they put 60% of the highest emitting in the 5-kilometer radius when they surround 25 kilometers around our community.
Shame.
Shame. Aamjiwnaang has an inherent right to make decisions on an issue that impacts the well-being of our community, lands, and cultural practices. Decisions made by the governments that impact these rights must involve free and prior informed consent. The Crown should have to work with Aamjiwnaang to follow up on recommendations from past health studies and to continue to monitor disease such as cancer. This would provide a picture which really happened and is happening at the local and neighborhood level from occupational and environmental exposure. What this can look like for Aamjiwnaang is that we had an evacuation happen in April due to how high benzene levels were, and our community members were sent to the hospital, and that was just on a regular day. And what was heartbreaking was we had school children out in the community that day trying to learn on the land like they should be well able to do and very deserving to do, especially after years and years of residential schools where our culture and our language was taken away, and we were trying to learn, have children learn on the land, and they didn't tell us about the high benzene exposure. It was actually because we put in our own monitors and that we saw how high the benzene levels were after months and months of being gaslit from the exact same industry that was releasing this benzene. They were telling us no, our fence line monitors isn't picking that up. But then we had to have a severe accident to be listened to be heard. So today we are listing our demands, and we're hoping that we have the support and solidarity and that we actually see change in Aamjiwnaang, because change doesn't happen until community members speak up. It's not automatically assumed and given to us.
Thank you, Beze. Okay, so I just wanted to do a land acknowledgement and an opening prayer and good thoughts, and just try to get some good energy. And We don't have the smudge, unfortunately, but as you know, when we do the prayer, I think that's really good for us to get on the same like wavelength and, you know, just have those good intentions. Okay, so I just wanted to acknowledge, usually I don't do a land acknowledgement, but I encourage settler allies to do the land acknowledgement, just because it, just me personally, it like feels like a slap in the face when, especially when, you know, settler allies ask me to do a land acknowledgement. It's like, get up there, acknowledge that your land is stolen, and, you know, it's just like, we're not doing anything about it. There's no change. There's no, you know, so it's just staying the same. So, you know, I really encourage, you know, the settler allies to do the land acknowledgement and to encourage change from your peers and your peeps. Okay, so yes, this is the. I'm just a little short, so I'm kind of like going close. Okay. I'm not like, you know, resting. Okay, so I just like to like acknowledge my indigenous kin, my relations, the territory that we are currently on, and that we, some of us live and benefit. Well, I don't benefit, but you know, a lot of people here do. But the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee, the Wendat, the Huron, the Mississaugas of the Credit, and this is, they have a treaty